Hi guys, I'm Corbin Rhodes and today I'm going to take you through a tour of my house and show you all my houseplants, where I keep them and how I grow them. We'll start downstairs in my living room and dining room, and we will gradually make our way up into the bedroom and then here in my grow space / office. This is the downstairs area, which is the kitchen / dining room / lounge area, and this is a mostly shadow light area. So the plants here are plants which are adapted to grow in low light. So we'll start over here at the bookshelf, and like the first plant I have here is this Cynthia plant, and I absolutely adore this plant because it is from the Victorian era. It was an extremely popular plant at that time, and also, as you can see, a lot of my furniture is a bit of an antique vibe, so I do, sometimes I think I'm on the set of Downton Abbey. So this plant is great for low light conditions. It's also a plant that can handle a certain amount of neglect. I do let this plant dry out in between waterings, and the only care that I will give for this is that you need to just keep the leaves clean from dust. Then the next plant is this heartleaf philodendron. This is actually the Brazil variety that has the irrigation on the leaves. The other form of this is only like a dark green leaf. I absolutely love this plant because it's very versatile. Because you can have it on a table like this, you can have it on a shelf, and you can trade it down the front. It does like to dry out in between waterings. So it's what I would personally call a starter plant, a beginner plant. This is a peace lily. It's not in flower at the moment, but also the green foliage is really great and shiny. It's also a very tolerant plant, but it needs to be kept moist. It does not like to dry out, because if you check where this plant grows in nature, it grows in areas close to water where it's constantly damp and doesn't dry out. And then tucked away over here is a haresfoot fern, which is one of the most, I want to say, tolerant ferns I've ever come across. I mean, it can dry out, it can grow in low light conditions, it's extremely tolerant of harsh conditions, and actually the complete opposite of, for instance, a maidenhair or a parsnip fern, which can be quite finicky to take care of. So over here I have a grouping of plants from the office that I'm fostering during this lockdown period in South Africa. Over here we have the piddly pig. So I'm actually personally not so familiar with the piddly pigs. When I bought this plant for the office, it was the first time I actually had a pig, and I kind of figured out how to grow them. And this one is actually not grown in the brightest light, but I see it is putting out new leaves. So it has given me an idea that I can actually have a fiddly fig in the space here downstairs, because a fiddly fig, as you probably know, is a plant that I would normally associate with bright light. And also for me, part of the fun of having houseplants and growing them is that experimentation. To try a plant in a location and try it somewhere else to see if it will grow and if it will adapt. And yeah, so I think this is definitely one of those. This is a Calathea. I'm not sure what the exact genesis, but I'll put the name on the video for you. I found it to be extremely tolerant, very easy to grow. It's also been what I would describe as an entry-level Calathea. And then over here, this is a Philodendron Imperial Red. I actually have one of these outside in my garden, like planted in like soil. A very tough hardy plant, indoor plant. It tolerates low humidity because in the office with the air conditioning and everything that dries up the air, this plant is still looking beautiful and producing beautiful big shiny leaves. A care precaution also is that you want to really keep these leaves clean and dust them off to make them look beautiful and perfect. And then outside here is my garden area, which I'll save for another video, and we can go through all my plants that I have outside. But it does at the moment look a bit like a jungle. But I mean, when I first came here, right, there was absolutely nothing. It was a bare piece of soil, basically. And all of this grew in the space of a year. And then in the corner over there is my most typical area to get anything to grow. And I've now actually decided that I'm going to, in some way, install a grow light from the ceiling to give this area more light during the day. Because it is challenging, because these plants aren't really growing that well, and they are in essence just subapining. So over in the corner we have this is a parlor farm, and this is also another Kentia farm. And I mean, both of these farms are quite tolerant of lower light conditions. But yeah, they're not thriving, and I actually love my plants when they thrive. And in the front we have two peace lilies. And I mean, peace lilies also are very forgiving plants, but yeah, I can see from experience that they're just not, they're not liking this space. And I'll try my best to kind of see what I can do to amend it and to make it more plant friendly. But now I can recommend, if you have a tough space in your home, that these are the plants that you should probably look at. And the reason I will point out the plants up here is to hide all of the plugs and electrical things at the back. And then over here we have my baby Alexandra. She's my little African grey. She's about 2 years old, and you guys have probably heard her in my videos when she talks and makes some noises in the background, because she always wants to be included in everything. Every evening I open up her cage and she flies around the room and comes and sits on my shoulder, on my head. Yeah, she's such an integrated member of the family. And then over here underneath the stairs is another growing area. So over here we have, this is an Aspidistra, which is known as the cast iron plant, because it's also favourite of the Victorian times and extremely tolerant. I mean, this is most probably the most tolerant low light ice plant ever. This is a ZZ plant, which is extremely popular at the moment, and also a low light staple. And then I have another parlor farm. So this area over here is actually okay as far as lighting is concerned, because it does get light in from the sliding door over there. And these plants are actually fine. I mean, the palms are growing, that ZZ plant is pushing out new leaves, although they are a bit elongated. But I mean, I actually quite like that, and I think that it makes the plant look more elegant. And the this row is also pushing out new leaves. How you can actually tell if your plants are like happy is if they're constantly like growing and pushing out new leaves. I know that sounds obvious, but certain plants I know I can store. Look like my plants in the corner that I just showed you. So this is it for the downstairs area. So here in my bedroom I have these two plants in place of the bed. And I spoke about these downstairs. This is also two fruit plants. And now the reason I chose them for here is again the same reason as the downstairs, is that they can handle like neglect. They can grow in the lower light levels of the bedroom. And I actually think they look quite pretty because what I actually love about them is that they have these like spider type of rhizomes that kind of like grow out. I actually think it's like kind of like cool. Let's see what he is repeating at the moment. Fancy. And then yeah, in the bathroom I have this Monstera, and I actually feel quite sorry for this plant because it's like in the like space where we have to like move like across here, so like these two leaves are a bit like tatty. So I do want to cut them off as soon as a new leaf appears. And on the little thingy over here, we have two pothos and a smaller piece of it. And I absolutely love pothos because they have this like gorgeous marbling type of irrigation, and it's also such a nice, almost like pillar plant, you can say, because they just like green up an area, and with time I actually want these to kind of trail down front and to kind of like cover this area over here with these like gorgeous like pines. And yeah, so this farm, I actually lost a tag for this, but this is, I think it's related to the Panama hat palm, which is obviously like the palm that they use to make Panama hats. This plant was actually growing downstairs, but it actually wasn't quite doing quite part of it. So I thought that if I move it upstairs now, it will like start to flourish more. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But I actually quite love them because it actually looks like grass, but it's palm. And then over here on the windowsill, this is a Dieffenbachia. This is also from the office, and I'm fostering it for the time being. And note that this plant is poisonous, so keep it, try and keep it away from your pets and children. And this is also another Pothos plant, and actually this is what I meant when I said that it's a nice pillar plant, because this window doesn't get a lot of light, and so I've tried the various plants over here, but nothing has really grown. So when I put these together, you can really see that they're pushing out new leaves, and Pothos is also making new leaves and pines. So I think they're quite happy here. So I might think about getting some of these here permanently. So this is the guest bathroom. So in here I have a plant in my shower. It's also one of those hair food plants which is grown on a moss ball, and it actually loves being in there because the combination of humidity and heat is just like the perfect space for ferns to grow. And I actually think it is quite a nice thing to have to brighten up your shower. So when I shower in the morning, it kind of makes me feel like I'm in the jungle with leaves and the water. And that's actually been my inspiration. So maybe try and have like a mounted stud-on pin against the personal pole over here to kind of also add in with that like jungle feel. So next to the shower I have a Husely. It's like perfectly timed that position. It like gets lots of light coming in from above. In the window I have a small Panda orchid, which is also perfect in this bathroom light type of space because they love high humidity and they love heat, and it gets plenty of afternoon light coming in through the frosted window. I do usually have more plants in the bathroom, and I'm trying to like get that up again, and to maybe also have something here in the corner hanging down on like macrame type of hanger. That can also look quite nice. So this concludes part 1 of my plant tour. Please make sure to check out part 2 where I will go through my grow/office space.